Warning, this is science, and science isn't supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be correct. Viewer discretion is advised. All of us want somebody to love. Every single one of us. It doesn't matter if we want a boy, or a girl, or whatever else in between. We all crave, nay, need, to find that special someone who's right for us. It's in our bones, our blood, and most importantly, our souls. It's a long and arduous journey, one that unfortunately some people will never complete. And why, I hear you asking? Because finding the right person to love and date is hard. It's hard because you're stupid and don't realize that what you think you want is scientifically flawed, and we're gonna prove it with InuYasha characters. Hi there, I'm Sacred, love guru and all-around sensitive little sailor, or at least that's what my mom calls me.
And I'm Merrick, Shelf's resident InuYasha expert, and I'll thank you to refer to me exclusively as such from now on.
Now, as you might have gathered, today Eric and I will be putting our respective genius-level intellects to good use by finding out who, of the 351 named InuYasha characters, ranks the highest on our scientifically founded Dateability datasheet. Eric, would you care to explain to our friends here what the fuck that is?
Gladly. With the power of condensing years of science into a single 2-hour-long binge session, Sacred and I have determined the quintessential traits required for a perfect partner. Commonly expressed traits like attractiveness, income, and penis size rank very low on the list of things that actually matter. The traits that are most important are as follows: reliability, personality, emotional availability, and emotional stability.
That's right. And as you can see from these very scientific graphs, the proper balance of each element is critical. Let's take reliability for example. Not enough and your partner is unreliable. Too far and they take control of literally everything in your life. And this is the case for all of our traits. Luckily for you, Eric and I have already run every single character from InuYasha through our patented Dateability Science Machine. Trademark redacted, copyright. And we're ready to lay those great dates on ya.
Indeed, but first we've got to trim the fat off this massive list of characters. So, we'll be cutting out all the animals, like Hilala, as well as a few other general disqualifiers that we'll list here. Obviously, any character not of legal consenting age by the end of the series will also be excluded. This rule will still apply to the demons who, while they're technically super old, they're literally just children. I don't care if you think he's actually 50, Shippo is a baby. Please stop wanting to date him. I'm only going to ask nicely once.
So now that they're out of the way, we got to sort out all the rejects from our beautiful machine for you. Only a select few of the men and ladies of InuYasha are worth your time and interest, so we came up with a way to sort of filter out the riffraff, as it were, to guarantee we deliver only the finest, purest of dates. I welcome you all now to the Dateability Zenith chart. You see this cozy little caramel center here? That's you, or at least where you want to be. Right here is where you got every character who is reliable, has a great personality, they're emotionally stable, and they're emotionally available.
Out here on these stinky stink points, however, is where we keep all the stinkies. Or, in more scientific terms, all the losers who fall into the extreme opposites of all four of our main qualities. These being unreliable or controlling, no personality or an overbearing personality, emotionally unavailable or obsessive, and finally, emotionally unstable or emotionally cold as a rock. We also have a side list of people who don't immediately fit into one of these outliers, but they sure as hell ain't getting into these pants. We're choosing to call this group simply No. Boy, those sure are stinky, aren't they?
They sure are, Eric. So with all that covered, let's begin our list. Eri, controlling. One of Kagome's friends who really wants to control her friends' relationships. So what does that mean for yours?
Ayume, unreliable. Another one of Kagome's friends, and she was just kind of willing to go along with whatever unhealthy thing Kagome was doing. Could have been a bad boyfriend, could have been heroin. Ayume don't care. That's unreliable.
Yuka, controlling. Kagome's third friend, and she's even more controlling than Eri somehow.
Akitoki Hojo, controlling. Look bro, I don't care how much of a dick they were, you can't force your wife to change their name so you don't get PTSD flashbacks. That's weird.
Nushi, unstable. He should probably just be disqualified from the list because he acts like a fucking baby.
Bikuni, no personality. Who?
Oni of the Forbidden Tower. No. Literally Satan.
Chakukai, controlling. He's a mind-controlling rapist pigman.
Suijin, unreliable. She's supposed to be a god, and yet she was overthrown by a fish? Speaking of...
Daija, unstable. Kidnapped a god because he lacks self-confidence.
Mr. Higurashi, unreliable. He died in a car accident right before his son was born. If that's not an owner of a partner, then I don't know what is.
Demon of the Shikon Jewel. No. He's so narcissistic, he'll probably act like he doesn't even love you, but then get really mad when you don't kiss him on the cheek before he goes to work.
Kaguya, no. She's like the demon of the Shikon Jewel but from a movie.
Ginbu, controlling. He'll make a puppet of your mom to make you think she approves of the relationship, and then blame you for falling for it when you call him out on it.
Byakuya, no personality. Imagine Miroku scraped off some dry skin after a long date at the beach. Then imagine dating that skin. That's Byakuya.
Eye monster, no personality. Same with Byakuya, but it was his eyeball instead.
Hair monster, no personality. Same as the eye monster, but his hair instead.
The flat yokai, no personality. He likes shiny things and being alive. That's harmless, but kinda boring.
Shinsen, no. Sango's a demon slayer, and even she's heard of him. That makes him a really famous monk. But he also split a baby in half, so...
Gamajiro, no. Are you a girl? Do you have a soul? Stay away from the weird toad man.
Muso, cold as a rock. He only likes you for your face.
Tsukumo no Gama, no. What did I just fucking say about weird toad men?
Hiten, unstable. Will literally punch a hole through your face in anger.
Orochi Dayu, no. He hired weird toad guy to work for him. That's bad enough on its own.
Shikako, obsessive. Shikako loves Umao very much. And that's it apparently.
Umao, obsessive. Umao loves Shikako very much too. I think they might be aliens.
Takamaru, unstable. Homewrecker, and the home he tried to wreck was InuYasha's parents' home.
Hachiman, unreliable. He's a Tanuki boy who has sworn to serve Miroku, and yet Miroku can't even rely on him for most things.
Getsu, Hana, and Yuki, no personality. They were sad once. It's not really personality.
Tsukiyomi, controlling. She sealed her lover away forever at the first sign of trouble. That sounds to me like somebody not willing to discuss what steps could improve your relationship.
Miss Higurashi, obsessive. Can't stand the thought of Kagome not seeing as her best friend, and will literally let her do anything to keep that from happening.
Hakushin, unreliable. He was so close to being perfect, but he pussed out like a bitch last second. He'd be the guy to tell you he never actually loved you on his deathbed.
Ikaku, no personality. Lackey for a nobody. Take some initiative, Ikaku. Climb that corporate ladder.
Hari, no. Now she doesn't outright abuse animals, but she does believe animals have no inherent right to not be abused.
Ryura, unstable. He loves himself, he loves you, and he loves murdering everyone in existence with you.
Hosenki II, no personality. Literally just copying his dad like a loser.
Maki, unreliable. She has very weak ankles. The only thing you can rely on is having a rubber feet a lot.
Jokin, obsessive. He literally dropped his entire life to follow Sesshomaru around and get abused. I mean, I get it, bro. Sesshomaru's a hottie, but have a little respect for yourself.
Jinenji's mom, overbearing. She will get offended for you and make both of you look like massive dicks in the process.
Jinenji's father, no personality. Being handsome isn't a personality. But Jesus, Jinenji's dad is exactly as handsome as Jinenji is not handsome.
Shizu, overbearing. She's like Jinenji's mom, but at least she's hot.
Jura, unstable. Loves you almost as much as he loves murdering people brutally.
Shinosuke, unreliable. Just get out of that sick bed and get married. You won't. No balls.
Kagome Hojo, cold as a rock. Will respond to literally everything with, yeah, sure.
Seryu, unreliable. He's not a guy I'd hire to paint my fence, that's all I'm saying.
Kagura, emotionally unavailable. Keeps literally everything bottled up until she's 5 seconds from death. At which point, does it really matter anymore?
Izumo, controlling. Not only are you probably out of his league, but there's also like a 70% chance he's only using you to turn your soul into like a healing crystal or something.
Kajinbo, no. He specifically acts like a douche because he thinks it'll make his smithing better. Technically not impossible, definitely not a good partner.
Human who loved Midoriko, obsessive. He did what Naraku did, but didn't end up as cool, so it's like all the unhealthy behavior with none of the sexy smarm to show for it.
Kansuke, unreliable. He's 69, but probably can't get it up. What a letdown.
Ginka and Kinka, unreliable. Two brothers with totally separate personalities, both far too concerned with each other to even think of you, and both equally unreliable.
Kikyo, obsessive. Can't get over InuYasha and really wants to ruin his new relationship.
Kuranosuke Takeda, obsessive. You don't fall in love after seeing someone once. You're just a creep.
Kotatsu, obsessive. Just because she was nice to you once does not mean she's into you. Quit being a creep.
Koga, obsessive. Just because she can detect jewel shards does not mean she's your wife. Stop being a creep.
Mimi Senri, obsessive. Literally listens to everything everyone is doing all the time. What the fuck is up with all these creeps lately?
Goryomaru, no. I hope I don't need to tell you why running a child army comprised of entirely orphans is a bad thing.
Why? InuYasha, emotionally unstable. A perfect mix of a tsundere and a yandere.
Saiten and Kujaku, no personality. Liking InuYasha's dad is not a personality.
Kyokotsu, no personality. Being big is not a personality.
Suzaku, no personality. Being an offensive gay stereotype is not a personality. I mean, I guess it kind of is. Only very marginally, though.
Mangasuhi, no. He thinks his dad is the peak of masculinity, and that is really toxic.
Jikotsu, no. Considers love and murder the same thing.
Midoriko, emotionally unavailable. She'd probably make a fine date, but she's too busy trying to save the world to worry about how cute the bird you saw in the park was. Not to mention, she'd absolutely make you sleep in a separate bed until you were married.
Gatenmaru, no. Think you're gonna get laid? Nope. Bloodsucked. You're dead.
Madam Exorcist, controlling. She sucks at her job, but will spend all her time complaining about that one mistake you made last week.
Yoritaise, no personality. He looks like the guy who used to be the life of the party, but he partied so much that his brain is now fried and he's now operating as a shell of a man.
Miroku, no. He's a grown man. 12-year-olds are not grown. Stop being a pedophile.
Ruri, no. She was designed to be comparable to Miroku. I don't even want to know what that means.
Miroku's father, unreliable. His spunk created Miroku. Look what we got.
Master, no. He eats people, but not in a good way.
Miyatsu, unreliable. His spunk created the guy whose spunk created Miroku. Look what we got.
Shima, unstable. She's in love with Miroku, so...
Mushin, unreliable. He raised Miroku. Look at what we got.
Menamaru, controlling. He's used to being the boss and wants to take over the world. I dare you to try and pick what you're having for dinner.
Muona, unstable. Pretends to be your dead mother so you'll hug her. Like, Jesus Christ, really?
Taiga Kumaru, no. He'll murder your children if they end up in a relationship he doesn't approve of.
Muotoko, unstable. He was born of the regrets of man. Sure, he'll snuggle good, but he just won't stop bitching about how he shouldn't have been born.
Oh Yakuta, controlling. Does none of the work and takes all the credit.
Mr. Ujiko, no personality. Delivering pickles off screen is the only thing he did. That's not a boyfriend, that's a grocery store.
Gaku Sanjin, emotionally unavailable. All he wants to do is sleep. He doesn't care if he needs to snuggle. He opens tomorrow.
Nagasaki Hitomi, unreliable. He didn't even notice his son was taken over by Naraku. Can you trust a partner who won't even realize when you're under demonic control? I don't think so.
Samurai General, no personality. If he does have a personality, it's probably not very nice. Well, I mean, I don't know. He could be the number one most dateable person in InuYasha. We'll never know.
Nanushi, controlling. When it's your child, just sacrifice their life for the village. When it's his child, fuck no. That's not being a team player, Nanushi.
Moriyamaru, no personality. He's the ultimate killing machine, but that doesn't make for very good conversation.
Ongo Kuki, no. Child slaver.
Benkotsu, controlling. Benkotsu loves you! As long as you do exactly what he wants. Also, don't start working out. He will kill you if he thinks you're strong.
Ringo Kuki, overbearing. He thinks so highly of himself that it's all he can talk about. In his defense, he does have a nice mustache.
Subu Sukai, no personality. He's so boring he had to make somebody else be the villain for him.
Rikichi, unstable. Finds Kagome out in the woods and his first thought is, let's tie up the scary teenage girl.
Muso, emotionally unavailable. He didn't even care that his face was being ripped off. That's metal as hell, but do you really think that he's gonna care that Stacy was kind of a dick in the break room?
Shishinki. No. He looks like he should have been in Bleach.
Koyuki. Unreliable. Literally, all she had to do was let little Miroku die, and she'd be the ideal date. But no, she just had to save every orphan.
Sango. Unstable. She'd do anything for her brother. Literally. Torture and murder you? No questions asked. Also, she loves Miroku, so...
Ungai. No. Racist. Hashtag not all demons, Ungai. It's 1497, man. Get with it.
Sango's father. Controlling. He didn't give his children a choice in career paths, and he's not liable to make an exception to that policy for you. In semi-related news, how good are you at using nunchucks?
Miyoga. Unreliable. He will lie to you, use you as a human shield, run away without notice, and at the end, he's only with you for your body anyway. Unreliable, unreliable, unreliable.
Shoga. Controlling. Wants to kidnap Miyoga and force him to marriage while depriving him of the things that make him happy. Admittedly, that could be for the best if he'd let her. But maybe I want to do my own thing, live my own life, not have sex with a flea lady, be my own man. That should be my decision.
Lord of Takeda Castle. No personality. Lord of Takeda Castle? Never heard of him. Are you sure we're not talking about Boren McSnoozy?
Naraku. Obsessive. He wants two things. Kikyo, and to not want Kikyo.
Onigumo. Obsessive. He wants two things. To see Kikyo suffer, and for Kikyo to fuck him. He doesn't care which order.
Sara Asano. Obsessive. She wants two things. Sesshomaru, and, Sesshomaru.
Garamaru. Cold as a rock. He didn't care that his brother was murdered. What are his significant other's chances?
Sayo. Unreliable. Sayo is a pussy.
Toga. Controlling. I'm sure he was a great dad for InuYasha and Sesshomaru, but you just can't plan out literally everything for your sons before you die. They have to live their own lives.
Sekai. Cold as a rock. He doesn't take your feelings into account at all.
Izuyoi. Unreliable. She's InuYasha's mom, and I know what you're thinking. She's fucking perfect. But think about it. She's a princess, and she's married to the most powerful warlord in the feudal era, and all she can leave her son is a robe and some lip gloss? That's not someone I'm entrusting my finances to.
Sesshomaru. Emotionally unavailable. I literally can't think of anyone who would want to talk about his or your feelings less than Sesshomaru.
Torin. Cold as a rock. She made fun of Sesshomaru for only having one arm. Fucking filthy ableist.
Shima's father. Unreliable. You help him out all the time, and he was like, I got you back when you need me, boy. But then you need to borrow his mower, and he's like, the fuck?
Monten. Unstable. He has no self-confidence because he's bald. Except he has a ponytail? What the fuck, man? That's not helping this.
Shima's mother. No personality. Supposedly, she cares a lot about her daughter, but not enough to keep her husband from marrying her off to an earthquake demon? And besides, look at this face. She can't even right now.
Mukotsu. No. He says poison master. I hear date rapist.
Sake Senin. No. Sake Fog. More like date rape.
Ayame. Obsessive. She's literally just Amy Rose as a wolf.
Shoji. Unreliable. He's smarter than his master, but he still listens to his master, so he's an idiot.
Hoshiomi. Obsessive. He refuses to let go of his ex and will try to get other couples in the mall to break up while you're on a date.
Soju Asano. Unstable. Honestly, we could have disqualified him under almost any category on this list, but we're just gonna focus on his general insanity.
Abi. Unstable. She's a mama's girl who doesn't know what the fuck she even wants.
Suikotsu. Unreliable. You'll never know if he's gonna save your life or murder you when you go in for a checkup.
Cow. Emotionally unavailable. He'll listen, but he's literally only doing it because he's hungry.
Taichi's father. No personality. Sango would probably fuck him because he saved her brother, but saving someone's life isn't a personality.
Mr. Centipede. No. Her bottom half is a centipede. I ain't giving her a fucking foot rub, that's all I'm saying.
The Bone Demon. No. She literally rips your bones out. That's somebody's fetish, but it sure ain't mine.
Bone Demon's father. No. He'll hold you down while cuddling so his daughter can rip your bones out for him.
Tokujin. No. If he calls you a peach, it's a threat.
Hirakamichi. Unreliable. He talks the talk, but he can't really walk the walk. and he's kind of a cock.
Toshu, unreliable. You hire him to make you a sword, and then he kills you with it. That's just bad customer service.
Genkotsu, no. He's a very bad tank man. Also, probably very cold to the touch.
Tsubaki, overbearing. Too full of herself to ever think of anyone else. To make it worse, she's hot at first, but when the makeup comes off, it's just like, ugh.
Tsubaki's master, unreliable. Just need to nut up and tear Tsubaki's heart out, literally or figuratively, and he couldn't do it. What a bitch.
Goshinki, overbearing. He will 100% be reading your mind every time he asks if you're cheating on him.
Mujina, unstable. He likes to pretend to be a child. Again, that's somebody's fetish, but it sure ain't mine.
Yurasue, unstable. Just really wants to start some shit.
Jiromaru, no personality. He just takes orders from his brother. Not only is that bland as fuck, but sex is super awkward.
Yakuro Dokusen, no personality. More like pervert Kusen.
Renkotsu, unreliable. He could have killed InuYasha for his team, but he wasn't willing to blow himself up to do it. You're a queen, and deserve somebody who would literally do anything for you.
Yuki Onna, no. Everyone she lures in with the promise of a date gets frozen.
Yura, no. Do you find this woman sexy? Yes? Congratulations. You just found a comb sexy.
Now that we've at last tossed all of those filthy stinkies in the trash, it's time to start hitting that top shelf.
Absolutely. It's time for the best of the best. These are the characters who meet all of our scientific requirements in stride, and in honesty, would all make lovely dates. But settling with a good enough date isn't good enough. We're looking for the best.
Hell yeah, we are. And as such, this is where we're incorporating physical attractiveness and income, because we're at the point where we aren't beggars, so we're allowed to be choosers.
You're goddamn right, Eric. It's time to insert our highly objective subjective biases for science. So without further ado, here they are, the 18 great guys and gals of InuYasha ranked from worst to best. Number 18 is Totosai. This man is true neutral in demon form. He might have money, but it seems like he does an awful lot of rejecting jobs or pro bono work. Also, ugly!
17, Vixen. She's super hot and is all about you, but has no job that we're aware of. She'll probably be very mean to your friends if they're ugly too, and probably expect you to cut a lot of them out of your life. Listen people, science isn't an exact science!
Number 16 is Sakaku. He's very loyal, and he's a higher up in the Wolf Demon clan, but that mohawk makes him look like a baby man. Oh, you want me to change your diaper, baby man? Yeah, you do. Fucking freak.
And at 15, we've got Ginta. He's very similar to Hikaku, but he doesn't have that baby man mohawk, and that easily puts Ginta a spot above.
Number 14 is Village Boy's grandfather. He's probably a lovely person who could give warm grandpa hugs, but when it comes down to it, that wicker basket doesn't look like it can harvest enough for two.
13, Kaede. She's got a consistent job as a village priestess and a very even personality. But even for an older person, she falls low on the look side of things. A solid choice, but that's all.
Number 12, Miss Cicada. She's quite pretty and has a great personality, but with one sick kid and one dead kid, she's got a lot of emotional baggage you have to be prepared to handle.
Number 11, Kisuke. He's a bona fide hashtag nice guy, but that's presumably it.
Number 10 is Jinenji. He's the bona fide hashtag nice guy, but that's definitely it.
I'm sorry, Jinenji. We tried our best for you, bro. Number 9, Oyakata's guard. He's pretty well set up, and he'll probably be a fine provider. But he's also 100% more likely to defend his lord over you when shit hits the fan.
Coming in at number 8 is Grandpa Higurashi. He's not the ugliest old person ever, and while he's not the best priest, you can't deny that the man owns some property, and is probably rolling in more money than he really needs at his age. Unfortunately, he's also a lying sleazebag who's ringing poor Hojo for all he's worth, so you have to be careful around him.
At number 7, we've got Amari Nobunaga. He's a damn pretty man with a damn nice attitude. But he's kind of worthless, and if you get married, you'll likely be providing for 3. You, him, and his monkey.
Number 6 is Kagome Higurashi. Our only main character to make the top tier. You'd think she has it all with good looks and personality, but her career choice of priestess is commission-based, and those feudal peasants ain't dropping much cash on exorcisms. You should have gone to college, Kagome.
We're at the top 5 now, and at number 5, we've got Byakko. While he's admittedly nowhere near as pretty as Kagome in the face, he does have a rockin' bod, and you can't deny his ability to provide. Kagome as a priestess has no set pay rate, but in the year of our Lord 2019, just being a trade ninja for tourism purposes can bag you 85,000 plus a year. For that much, I think I can afford a few bags to put on that mean mug of his.
Number 4 is Sesshomaru's mom. She's almost perfect. She's rich, she's attractive, got a good personality, but she does have a mild distaste for humans, but if you're willing to overlook that, you're set.
Number 3, got Princess Tsuyu's husband. He's got money, and Princess Tsuyu thinks he's got a great personality, so he's gotta be a good guy. But let's be honest, this plain-faced guy ain't winning any beauty pageants. Despite that, he's such a good husband, he'll make you wish Princess Tsuyu... Sacred, your jokes suck and this video isn't funny.
Bite me, Eric. Hojo. He'll be totally into you, and he'll take care of you when you're sick. And he even went to college, so you know he'll have some money. But he's only a little above average in the looks department, and is a little too trusting of sometimes obvious lies. As a side note, he's one that could have potentially topped the list, but we don't know for sure what he went to college for. If it was a doctor, great! He topped both the list and me easily. But if it was some garbage liberal arts bachelor's degree, he's been placed generously, and I wouldn't want to offer him more than a quick HJ in the Applebee's parking lot after our 4th date.
And coming in at number 1, the greatest date of all time in InuYasha, is Princess Tsuyu. She's got the looks, she's got the money, she's got a great personality, and sure, she can be naive. I mean, she probably won't realize what's going on if you get taken over by a demon, but what are the odds of that happening? It's much more likely that you and Tsuyu will live a happy, fulfilling life of passion and bliss together until you both pass peacefully in your sleep in your castle at age 97 and 94 respectively.
And there you have it. The best date in the InuYasha universe found using undeniable science. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of you out there sad that your favorites missed the top 18 because they're a hyper-possessive creeper, or a murderous psychopath, or a pedophile, or worst of all, drawn in the Bleach style. But worry not. Having a bad taste in dates is not terminal, and with proper reapplication of this video, you can be cured in 3 to 6 weeks.
That's right, and as a real fake doctor on YouTube, I can attest to the accuracy of my colleague's statement. But alas, the time has come for us to cease our nuclear bombardment of knowledge all over you and your loved ones.
Indeed. So long, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And always remember, if you don't get your shit together and figure out what a good partner is, you will die alone, and you will deserve it!
Good night, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around until the end. If you haven't already, click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when our next video like this drops. Got an idea for a list? Hit us up in the comments. It can be the dumbest idea you've got. Sacred assures me that it'll make it on the list. Also, if you've got some time and like D&D, maybe click here and check out the first few sessions of our OTSD campaign called Belly of the Beast. Or if gaming is more your speed, I recently dropped a video about how great Wii Sports is. All in all, thanks for watching and have a good one.